Hi everyone, I am Sita PK, formerly Katy Bray. I'm sure I'll probably make another video about the transitioning of my name, but please bear with me while I'm in this messy, it is a little messy, transition in terms of website and branding and all that good stuff. I want to welcome you into what I'm thinking is going to be a series of some sort where, you know, I just really want to talk candidly. You know, it's fun putting together videos when there's an important teaching or whatever, something that I find important, but sometimes what feels like is really me in this kind of forum is just being candid. And so the title, sort of the working title of this, is Candid Chronicles of a Non-Guru Spiritual Teacher. It's kind of long. It's a little bit of a mouthful. And I feel like what I want to have is an important conversation, and it does feel more like a conversation. Because I do feel that the role of sort of let's say the guru as the Western world understands it, I'll talk about that in a second, is really starting to shift. And I think that we've seen a lot of that over the last few years, where a lot of these teachers that we have looked to for many years, or, some have looked to for many years, are sort of taking a fall. We're seeing their humanity. We're seeing their shadow. That's happened with quite a few pretty high up there spiritual teachers over the last years. And, it's never really rattled me, mostly because I think that if you carry a lot of light, if you're not really keeping up on your own development and you're more focused on teaching others, it can actually create a larger gap. And that's where the human shadow can come in. And so I find what's really important about all of this is that we're moving into an era, I hope, this is at least the new earth that I want to be a part of and help co-create, is that any teacher that we look to are people that are pointing us into the direction of our own truth, and not just giving us knowledge, wisdom, information, and us just saying, oh, okay, well, they said that, so therefore that means it has to be true. I really feel like, and I hope that days like that are over. I think that where we're moving in the world is a place of resonance, finding what actually resonates with us. And I often say, if it resonates with you in a higher way, then that is your medicine. And only you can determine if something resonates with you. And I think it's critical that you pay attention to those things, that I pay attention to those things. I think that we are so, we become so programmed from many different ways on how to not listen to our intuition, how to not listen to our highest truth. We're conditioned out of that. And I feel that in this sort of birthing of the new earth, what we're coming into is being reconditioned by ourselves back into what resonates as a higher truth for ourselves. Spirituality is an experience. It's not knowledge. Being connected to the divine, whatever you call the divine, being connected more to your own soul, or at least having those experiences. In my opinion, we're always connected to our higher self and our divine. We just don't always we're not always awake to it at the moment. But those things are experiences. And yes, other people's knowledge and other people's wisdom can definitely help us get there. But at the end of the day, we have to be in resonance with ourselves and work with teachers who have a vibrational frequency that help us drop into our own sense of truth and our own sense of resonance above anything else. That we are our own gurus in that sense. So, the word guru, we have sort of bastardized it in the Western world. Guru is really that which takes us from the dark into the light. And so there's a real reverence for teachers who are able to do that, who help guide the way. But it's not, oh, this is what's true, that is what's true anymore. It's what is true for you, and vibrate that out. And of course, not what's true for your egoic self, not necessarily what's true for your conditioned self. There's a true resonance. There's an experience when we touch truth within ourselves. And so I really feel it's so important to work with people who help us move in that direction, who point us in that direction of that kind of truth for ourselves. And they don't tell us what our truth is supposed to be. So that's why I like the title for this as being like the non-guru spiritual teacher, because for me, I've been consciously on this path for my life, my whole life, honest to God. And I'm almost 43 years old. And I know that I'm human. I know that I am still learning every day, that I'm not supposed to be put on any kind of pedestal. I'm not the authority on anyone else. What I can do is point people in the direction of their truth. And that's what I think is truly the most important thing. And so my invitation for you as a spiritual being having a human experience as you move forward in your process is that you find the teacher or teachers that point you in the direction of your truth rather than telling you what it's supposed to be. Don't hand your power over like that. Don't hand your inner authority over to other people like that. Come back to yourself and reflect on what does feel like the actual truth. So, I hope that was helpful. Really, I just want these to be sort of candid. I'm literally holding my cell phone right now. I hope it's not too wobbly. I don't plan on doing editing, makeup, lighting, none of that stuff. I just want to have deep conversations. I'd love to hear your comments and your thoughts. I'd love to hear what are some things that you'd love to have conversations about, because I love deep conversations. So please give me your feedback. I'm really looking forward to hearing it. So again, I am Sita PK, formerly Katy Bray. My website is livewiththelightson.com. I'm easy to find. And stay tuned for more. Take care.